pilgrims set foot on India, their leader sent a glass of milk to the Indian ruler. The Indian ruler was as wise as the person who sent it. So the ruler returned the glass after adding a spoonful of sugar. The leader of the pilgrims, a sagacious man, added to that, and he sent the glass back to the Indian ruler. The Indian ruler understood the significance of the gesture. Sugar blends with milk and sweetens it without changing its composition or qualities. The ruler allowed the pilgrims to settle, and today the sole pilgrims have become industrialists, and in so many ways the Parsis have contributed to India. So I do not know whether the story is true. It belonged to my mother's repertory of bedtime legends and traditional tales. But I fully understand the sincerity of the emotion behind the hand that added the spoon of sugar. Because I too will add sugar to the ingredients in the melting point of my adoptive mother. If you have any questions, you can, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, since you are a writer, I was wondering.
I'm sorry, I'll wear my hearing glasses. I'm so sorry, I forgot this.
It's fun.
See, a writer can be a clown also. It's connected to my anyway, go ahead, shoot. I'll try my best. I might ask you to.
I'm a loudspeaker also, I'm not
Okay.
so soft like you are. Being a class teacher, I have to shout out.
Okay.
Anyway, one of the questions I have on mind is, how do you inculcate interest in little children, when they are growing up in elementary grade and then middle school and high schools? It's very important to inculcate that interest in children how to write. We request them all the time when you are teaching in a classroom in English class. We ask them to write few sentences about your Mother's Day, Thanksgiving Day, and so on and so forth. We take topics and give them examples and let them write. So what is the exact age group he would suggest for teachers to inculcate that interest in writing?
I would say the birds are more intelligent than human beings. At a certain age, they push them out of the nest,
Yeah.
and they can find their wings. One shouldn't give a personal example, but I did it with my son and daughter. I told them, do as you like. And they themselves have taken responsibility, and they are very responsible. And just as I looked after them, they are looking after Mona and me now. So there's no age, you have to let them go. And for some time you might have to tolerate their antics or their mischief or their disobedience. But
I think the question was about writing, specifically about writing. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah.
About how, at what age should you inculcate writing with kids, and what do you recommend?
Okay. The age of 7 or 8 would be good, because they are changing and they are being. I'm not a psychologist, but that was my experience. I'm speaking. Thank you.
Because nowadays children, they are so much used to the technology, and they haven't used their penmanship like we used to. We have to writing, and teachers used to give us awards. You are a best writer and so on and so forth. Children cannot put their fingers together and write legibly and nicely. That becomes a defect right there because of thumb using all the time. And their sentences are not, even in the college stage, when they come to colleges, many of the students are asked to write some topic or the other before they present themselves to a authorities to join into the college. They have found out that children have not been writing properly. They were demanding them, teachers, to teach proper writing so that they will get a decent written page that they could understand this person, what he is trying to say, what he wants to be in future.
It's out of my field of experience because I taught in a college, and in the college the people come at a certain stage of maturity and they do that. So I have not taught at the kindergarten level or the other level or in even middle school. So I will not be able to answer.
Things have changed now. I think even in college, many of the students are not able to write. They're taking ghostwriters to write for their entry when they are going for an interview to get into colleges. That's a sad thing. And I'm so glad that you started it. Whatever age you started, you had that idea of writing and creativity in your mind. You're able to write and publish books. That's commendable.
If you leave children on their own, they will self-motivate them. So, because one can be one's own teacher. If, for instance, I have a situation and I do a lot of self-therapy and it helps me. So, you leave them on their own, they will find their own wings.
Without a device.
So Murli, would you please expand on how you found publishers for your books, and in particular, let's take the most recent book. What year was that? How did you arrange a publisher? I mean, so many, what's available today besides self-publishing on Amazon or similar websites, you know?
The situation now is different. In the old days, there were publishers who would say that they are looking for manuscripts. But in the present climate, somehow it's become difficult, and with the like Barnes and Noble and Amazon and Book Baby, they do vanity publishing or what you call or you pay for the publication or you share it with the I was fortunate in my day that I didn't have to do that, though this book now, because the times have changed, this book I had to go
Self-publish.
through Amazon. But in the past I didn't have that problem. So the situation is changing all the time, and we must try to change with the times.
What year was the Stories of the Salesman published?
And the first edition was 1967, the next one was 1979, and the latest one is 2024. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I know you said one book is available in the Foster City Library, but I'm very interested in the one on partition. So I'm wondering where.
This was a boutique publisher in India called Kaziranga Books, and they took a lot of trouble over it. The quality of the printing is good, and
But if one wanted it now.
the cover designer.
Is it that one, Beyond the Rainbow, or this one?
This one.
Okay.
So, and the design you see on the cover is an ethnic one. There is a craft in Sindh. It's called Ajrak, where they do a special kind of printing. And so the publisher also asked me, I can't speak Sindhi, I can't write Sindhi, but they said you get an elder to write your name here. That will add to the sellability of a book. I don't know. If
I think it's on Amazon.
Huh?
I think isn't it on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon and it's in the library.
Yeah, is that the one on partition, or is the rainbow one on partition?
The Rainbow was published by a publisher in Pune called Black and White Fountain, and she had read my stories, and so she gave me the idea to write about our ethnic group.
That's on Amazon also, or
Yeah,
no?
this is on Amazon, both in paperback and hardback. And that one is only in hardback, not in paperback.
There's a question there.
This one, yeah, and
The one behind.
this one is both in paperback and hardback. Yes, sir.
I've enjoyed listening to your talk.
Yes.
I wish we had a microphone. I don't hear
Yeah,
very well, so I
that's
missed a lot of
the
things you
best.
said. But like you, I've also been a writer. I've written 4 books, but I was amazed to see that 27 or some years for that one book you wrote. I wrote my autobiography in 4 years, and 4 years is a long time for me. I was working at the time as a physician. I take care of my patients at the same time, do this, and I finished doing that. But it was fun doing it. I've not published anything. I do have an ISB number, but my books are all written for friends and family, and everything is non-fiction. And I have an idea in my mind after listening to you that I should also write a book, a new one, about my travels, because my wife and I, we have done a lot of traveling in the world. I have not written any book on that. So that's going to be my next and final book. I think I'm 86 years old. I can't go on straining my brain much, but it's been fun writing. It's good. And I think some of the credit I give is because when I was in high school back in India, I took a course, a high school graduate degree, or whatever you call that in India, at Cambridge University. So English was very highly emphasized. But I also was proud to say that living in Gwalior, I also got distinction marks in Hindi. So I'm bilingual, but I can't write Hindi very much anymore. But it has been fun for me to write books, and it's been wonderful to see that you have accumulated 7 or 8 books already. And it's going to be, are some of your books available in this library?
The one book, this is available in the
Yes.
library.
I'd love to read those books.
The fact is,
Thank you.
the fact is that I'll say it this way. I've heard that among the Greeks, if a man passes away, they don't ask what was his achievement or what did he do. They ask what was his passion, because passion drives us. Yeah. If I spent 27 years on this, because I wanted to do it, I loved to do it, and it satisfied that craziness in me.
It also takes a lot of perseverance and patience on your part, and I commend you for that.
Thank
27
you.
years.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
You also said if you are writing, you should get in touch with academy of somebody. What was that? I couldn't hear.
Academia, ACA, you want to write it down?
Yeah.
ACA DEMIC. Academia, IA.
ACADEMIA.edu. Academia.edu.
Yeah. You go to their website and you'll find papers on all subjects have been published there. And the gentleman behind you, I would also advise him to post what he has written on Academia.edu.
Thank you.
Thank you.